There are moments in life when everything feels heavy, when the mind is clouded, the heart is restless, and the soul feels distant from its own truth. These moments are not random. They are not mere tea you wake up in the morning, but instead of feeling rested and energized, there's a heaviness weighing down on you. Your body feels sluggish, your mind is clouded, and even the simplest tasks seem overwhelming. It's not just physical exhaustion, it's something deeper, something unexplainable. No matter how much sleep you get, no matter how well you try to take care of yourself, there's this persistent feeling of fatigue that doesn't seem to go away. It's as if an invisible force is draining your energy, pulling you into a cycle of exhaustion that makes it hard to function at your full potential. Your thoughts become scattered, and the clarity you once had begins to fade. You find yourself struggling to focus, losing track of your thoughts in the middle of a sentence, and forgetting simple things that were once second nature to you. It's like your mind is trapped in a fog, making it difficult to process information, make decisions, or even engage in meaningful conversations. You try to push through, but the more you force yourself to focus, the more resistance you feel, as if something is actively working against your ability to think clearly. As the days pass, this mental fog turns into frustration. You question why you feel this way, why nothing seems to make sense anymore. You find yourself reading the same sentence over and over again without absorbing its meaning. You struggle to complete tasks that once felt effortless, and you begin to doubt your own abilities. It's as if your mind, which was once sharp and full of ideas, is now trapped in a haze, making even the most basic tasks feel impossible. Your body mirrors what your mind is experiencing. There's a deep, unshakable sense of fatigue that no amount of rest seems to cure. You go to bed early, hoping that tomorrow will be different, only to wake up feeling just as drained as the day before. It's not normal tiredness, it's a depletion of energy at the deepest level, affecting not only your physical body, but also your emotional and spiritual well being. Even the things that used to excite you now feel like a burden. You avoid social interactions, not because you want to, but because you simply don't have the energy to engage. This exhaustion is more than just physical tiredness, it's spiritual depletion. It's as if something is siphoning your energy, leaving you feeling powerless and disconnected. You may find yourself wanting to sleep more, not because your body needs it, but because your mind is searching for an escape. You crave solitude, not as a means of self reflection, but as a way to withdraw from the overwhelming sensation of exhaustion. Even when you try to rest, there's an underlying unease and inability to fully relax. Your sleep is disturbed, and even if you manage to sleep through the night, you wake up feeling as if you've been running a marathon in your dreams. You wake up more tired than when you went to bed, unable to explain why your body and mind feel so depleted. A shift begins to take place within your mind, subtle at first, almost unnoticeable. Thoughts that once felt empowering and aligned with your true self now seem distant, replaced by an inner dialogue that feels foreign, intrusive, and relentless. You start questioning yourself in ways you never have before. Doubt creeps in, whispering that you're not good enough, that you're wasting your time, that nothing you do truly matters. It's as if your own mind is turned against you, feeding you narratives designed to pull you away from the path you once walked with certainty. Fear, once just a passing emotion, now lingers in the background of your daily life. It doesn't announce itself loudly, but rather settles in quietly, shaping your choices, altering your perception of reality. You hesitate where you once moved forward with confidence. You second guess decisions that should be simple, overanalyzing every step as if failure is inevitable. This isn't rational thought. It's a pattern of thinking that feels designed to keep you stuck, making progress seem not just difficult, but impossible. Negativity becomes a constant presence, not only in your own mind, but in the way you view the world. The things that once brought you joy now seem dull, meaningless. You begin to focus more on what's wrong than what's right, fixating on problems rather than solutions. Conversations with others feel different. You find yourself drawn to complaining, venting, and focusing on what's lacking rather than what's possible. Even if someone offers encouragement, there's a part of you that resists it, as if your mind has already decided that things will never get better. Memories from the past resurface, but not the ones that uplift you. Instead, your mind replays moments of failure, regret, and pain. Situations, people around you start acting differently. Some become distant, while others seem unusually critical or negative. Conflict arises where there was once peace. You find yourself in disagreements that come out of nowhere, conversations that leave you drained rather than uplifted. It's as if the energy around you has shifted, pulling you into unnecessary drama, making it harder to focus on what truly matters. Relationships that once felt strong start to feel fragile. Support you once relied on begins to waver. You start feeling isolated, as if the people in your life no longer understand or align with your journey. Even your environment begins to feel different. Spaces that once felt peaceful now seem heavy, almost suffocating. You walk into certain rooms and feel a tension that wasn't there before, an unspoken energy that weighs on you. It's not something you can explain logically, but you feel it deep within. Technology starts acting up, plans keep getting canceled or delayed, and no matter how hard you try to stay on track, it feels like everything is working against you. You start feeling impatient, frustrated, and irritable for no clear reason. Little things bother you more than they should. You react to situations with a level of intensity that surprises even you. It's as if your emotions are being amplified, making it harder to maintain a sense of balance and clarity. You find yourself caught in cycles of overthinking, analyzing every situation, trying to make sense of why things keep going wrong. The more you try to control what's happening, the more chaotic it becomes. You feel stuck in a battle you didn't ask for, fighting against forces that seem determined to slow you down. And the more this happens, the harder it becomes to see a way forward. You begin to feel disconnected in a way that is hard to explain. The things that once brought you peace, the practices that once grounded you, now feel distant or ineffective. You try to pray, meditate, or seek guidance, but it feels like your words are falling into empty space. There's no response, no clarity, only silence. It's as if something has built a wall between you and the deeper connection you once felt. No matter how much you try to realign yourself, the sense of detachment lingers, leaving you feeling lost and uncertain. You may notice that inspiration feels harder to come by. The sense of purpose that once drove you now seems clouded. You question the path you're on, wondering if you've lost sight of the bigger picture. Even when you attempt to engage in spiritual practices, there's a weight over your heart, making it difficult to feel the same sense of presence you once did. You go through the motions, but the connection isn't there. The messages that used to resonate deeply now feel hollow, and the peace you once experienced seems unreachable. Doubt begins to creep into your mind in ways it never has before. Thoughts arise that make you question everything, your beliefs, your purpose, your very identity. You begin to wonder if you've been misled, if the things you once held on to were never real to begin with. It's not a logical doubt, but an emotional and spiritual uncertainty that shakes the foundation of what you've built. You try to seek reassurance, but nothing seems to satisfy the growing sense of emptiness. Even the wisdom of those you once looked up to feels less convincing. There's an underlying restlessness that follows you. No matter where you go or what you do, there's a lingering sense of unease. You might find it difficult to sit still, feeling the need to distract yourself constantly. Even in moments of quiet, your mind races, unable to find the stillness that once came naturally. It's as if your spirit is searching for something that feels just out of reach, but no matter how much you try to grasp it, it continues to slip away. Your dreams may change as well. You might begin experiencing unsettling or chaotic dreams filled with symbolism that leaves you waking up confused or drained. Instead of receiving guidance or clarity, your subconscious seems tangled in imagery that only deepens your sense of disconnection. You wake up feeling as if you've been battling something in your sleep, carrying the weight of emotions you can't quite explain. The night, once a place of restoration, now feels like another realm of struggle. Even the people around you seem to reflect this disconnect. Conversations that once uplifted you now feel empty. The sense of unity you felt with others seems to have faded. You might find yourself withdrawing, not because you want to, but because the feeling of isolation is so strong. Even when surrounded by people, you still feel alone, as if no one truly understands what you're going through. Fatigue settles deep within you, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. No matter how much rest you get, you wake up feeling drained, as if something is siphoning your energy. The things that once motivated you now feel exhausting. Even the simplest tasks require immense effort. You push through the day, but the heaviness lingers, making it harder to focus, harder to feel present, harder to find joy. It's not just tiredness, it's a deep depletion, as though something unseen is weighing you down. You may notice that your emotions feel out of balance. Small things that never used to bother you now trigger frustration, sadness, or anxiety. You feel on edge, easily irritated, reacting in ways that don't feel like you. There's an underlying tension in your chest, a restlessness that makes it difficult to find peace. One moment you're overwhelmed, the next you're completely numb. It's as if your emotions have been hijacked, leaving you feeling disconnected from yourself and those around you. The ability to regulate your inner state feels harder than ever, and no matter what you do to shake the heaviness, it lingers. Your body begins to mirror this inner struggle. Aches, tension, headaches, or unexplained discomfort start to show up more frequently. It's not just physical exhaustion, it's as if your body is carrying something that isn't yours. Sleep, instead of being a place of rest, feels restless. You wake up multiple times during the night, or if you do sleep, you wake up feeling no more refreshed than when you lay down. Your body is telling you something, signaling that something isn't right, but no matter what you do, the exhaustion persists. The lack of motivation becomes undeniable. The things you once felt passionate about no longer spark the same excitement. Even the goals that once lit a fire within you now seem distant, almost meaningless. You begin to wonder why you even started, questioning whether it's worth continuing. There's a pull to give up, to step back, to stop trying. The energy that once propelled you forward is missing, replaced by a heaviness that makes even small steps forward feel impossible. Even your ability to concentrate feels affected. Tasks that once felt easy now require twice the effort. Your mind feels foggy, your thoughts scattered, your ability to retain information weaker than before. You struggle to stay present, constantly zoning out, forgetting things, and feeling as if your mind is working against you. No matter how hard you try to regain your focus, something always feels off, making productivity an uphill battle. There's a strong temptation to isolate yourself. You withdraw, not out of choice, but because interactions feel draining rather than energizing. Conversations that once flowed naturally now feel like a chore. You feel disconnected from the people around you, unable to explain what you're experiencing. You tell yourself you just need a break, but the exhaustion doesn't fade. It follows you, making even moments of solitude feel heavy, as if something unseen is pressing down on your very spirit. Your mind becomes a battlefield, a relentless storm of negative thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere. Doubt, fear, and self criticism start to dominate your inner dialogue. The confidence you once had in yourself begins to waver. Every decision feels uncertain. Every step forward comes with a voice telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that there's no point in trying. It's not just the occasional moment of self doubt, it's a persistent, overwhelming attack on your sense of worth and direction. No matter how hard you try to shift your focus, the negativity lingers, making it harder to trust yourself and your path. You may start feeling a sense of hopelessness creeping in. The things you once believed in, the dreams, the goals, the vision begin to feel distant, almost unreachable. It's as if an invisible force is whispering that nothing you do matters, that the effort is wasted, that you are stuck. Even when you try to think positively, the doubt remains in the background, casting a shadow over your thoughts. It's not just pessimism, it's an emotional weight that makes it difficult to see the possibilities that once felt so clear. This mental pressure leads to overthinking, constant rumination that drains your energy. You replay conversations, analyze situations from every angle, and anticipate problems that haven't even happened. Your mind doesn't feel like your own anymore. It feels like a chaotic cycle of worry and uncertainty. The more you try to control it, the more it spirals, creating endless scenarios in which things go wrong. The mental exhaustion from this endless loop makes it difficult to focus on the present, leaving you feeling stuck in your own thoughts. The sense of disconnection grows. You might feel as though your intuition, which once guided you, has gone silent. Where you once had clarity, there's now confusion. Decisions that should be simple feel impossible. You second guess yourself at every turn, wondering if you're making the right choice, if you're going the right way, if you even know what you're doing anymore. This internal struggle makes it harder to trust your instincts, leaving you feeling lost in a sea of uncertainty. Even when good things happen, they don't feel the same. Accomplishments that should bring joy feel empty. Moments of happiness are fleeting, overshadowed by a lingering feeling that something is off. It's as if a fog has settled over your life, dulling everything that once felt vibrant and meaningful. Instead of celebrating your progress, you question if it's enough. Instead of feeling grateful, you feel like something is missing. This absence of fulfillment creates a deep void, one that no amount of external success seems to fill. The weight of these thoughts isolates you. You feel like no one truly understands what you're going through. Even when people try to encourage you, their words don't reach you the way they used to. It's as if you're trapped in your own mind, fighting a battle that no one else can see. And as the negativity continues to build, it becomes harder to reach for the light, harder to believe that things will shift, harder to remember what it felt like to be free from this invisible war within. The weight of a spiritual attack is not just something you endure, it's something you overcome. It is a call to awaken, to strengthen, to reclaim your power. When you recognize the signs, you regain control. You begin to see that the doubt, the fatigue, the isolation, the negativity, they are not who you are. They are obstacles meant to test your resilience, to push you toward growth, to force you to rise above. This is the moment to stand firm, to realign with your purpose, to push through the fog, the heaviness, the confusion. The battle may feel relentless, but so is your spirit. The darkness cannot hold power over you unless you let it. You are not here to be defeated. You are here to break through, to step into a greater version of yourself, to emerge stronger than ever before. Trust that this struggle is temporary. Trust that clarity will return. Trust that the power within you is greater than anything trying to hold you back. This is not the end of your journey, it is the turning point. The moment where you decide to fight back, to reclaim your energy, to rise above every force trying to pull you down, because you are not meant to stay in this battle. You are meant to win it. Thank you.